Hi everyone. Today, we are tackling a very common and often frustrating error. It's the else without a previous if message. This error pops up in many programming languages. It can really stop your code in its tracks. But don't worry. It's usually simple to fix once you understand why it happens. Let's break it down. First, let's understand the core problem. The else keyword is a conditional statement. It always needs an if statement right before it. Think of if and else as a pair. The if sets up a condition. The else provides an alternative action if the if condition is not met. If you have an else statement floating alone, your program gets confused. It asks, else what? It doesn't know which if statement it should be paired with. This is the main reason for the error. Now, let's look at common causes for this issue. One major cause is incorrect indentation. This is especially true in languages like Python. Python uses indentation to define code blocks. If your else statement is not at the same indentation level as its corresponding if, Python will think it's a standalone else. It won't see the if as its partner. Another cause is a missing colon. Both if and else statements need a colon at the end of their line. For example, if some underscore condition and else. Forgetting this colon can break the syntax. This makes the else appear without a proper if. Sometimes, there might be extra code or an accidental character between your if block and your else statement. Even a blank line can sometimes cause issues, depending on the language and context. Also, when dealing with nested if statements, it's easy to misplace an else. An else might be intended for an inner if, but its indentation or placement makes it look like it belongs to an outer if or no if at all. So, how do we fix this annoying error? Here are some steps to troubleshoot. Step 1. Carefully check your indentation. Go line by line. Ensure your if and else statements are perfectly aligned. They should be at the exact same indentation level if they are a pair. Step 2. Look for missing colons. Double check that every if and else statement has a colon at the end. This is a very common oversight. Step 3. Review your code for any accidental characters or misplaced lines. Sometimes, a quick cut and paste error can introduce problems. Make sure there's no unexpected code between your if block and your else. Step 4. If you have nested conditions, take a moment to trace the logic. Draw mental lines between each if and its intended else. Ensure each else correctly matches up with an if. You might need to adjust indentation or restructure your logic. Step 5. Use an integrated development environment, or IDE. Most modern IDEs will highlight syntax errors as you type. They can visually show you where the problem might be. This makes spotting these errors much easier. Reading your code aloud can also sometimes help you catch logical flow issues. In summary, the else without a previous if error means your else keyword doesn't have a proper if statement to pair with. It's usually a syntax issue like indentation, missing colons, or incorrect placement. With careful checking of your code structure, you can fix it quickly. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this explanation helps you debug your code more easily. If you found this helpful, please consider giving this video a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more programming tips and tutorials. Your support helps us create more content like this. See you in the next one.